welcome in to Two Ball Guys on the Right. Good to be back. And, you need to change that intro where it says we're going to be on whatever damn day we want to be on.
Yeah, it's not necessarily Mondays, not necessarily Thursdays.
Yeah.
Today is Wednesday, but we're here.
Yeah, we're going to be on, and hopefully we'll be on tomorrow for the New Mexico edition because lots of things to get to for that. Let's start by talking about Rudy Giuliani. And Rudy was, they raided his house 6 o'clock this morning, got there, didn't kick down the doors, I guess politely asked to come in. And the warrant was based on suspicion that he violated the, what's this called, the Foreign Agents Registration Act. And they're saying that he could have been an agent for the Ukrainian government. Could have, work with the Ukrainian government to try to maybe get information on Hunter Biden. That's what this is all about. So Giuliani's son responded Wednesday to his home, his father's home being searched by federal agents and saying this is extremely disturbing. If it could happen to the president's personal attorney, it could probably happen to you. So FBI went to the house. They seized multiple phones and laptops. One device that they failed to pick up was, could it be a hard drive with Hunter Biden's computer info on it?
Now, see, why would they, of all the things that they're going to not pick up, why would they not pick that up?
Well, because it's detrimental to the Biden crime family.
Well,
that's why.
Exactly.
That's why. Anyway, it looks like his Giuliani's personal attorney, Mr. Costello, told Fox News that they're trying to make him look like a criminal. Like this is a criminal investigation. This is a legal thuggery by the Justice Department and nothing more than political. And I got to say that I do believe that it is political. I mean, here's a guy that took down the mob in New York. To me, that means he's pretty damn ethical.
Well,
he took down the mob in New York City, and Giuliani, the allegations against him, I think it's all about he picked on Hunter Biden.
Well, it's that he picked on Hunter Biden and that he's allied with Trump. I mean, anybody that's on the Trump team is immediately enemy number one.
So we do know two former associates of Giuliani were arrested and charged with unrelated charges stemming from campaign finance violations. This has nothing to do with this case. By the way, they both pled not guilty, and their case hasn't come up. I think it's nothing more than about Hunter Biden. And by the way, congratulations on Hunter Biden. He went on every major TV show.
Yeah.
And still sold 10,000 books on Amazon.
Oh, 10,000.
Dude, don't they give you like 10,000 books to give away?
So sorry.
Nobody bought it. I mean, Jill Biden was like, I want to read it, but I ain't got time for that. So the president yesterday, in fact, tonight he will be doing his State of the Union.
But he's not. It's going to be a joint address to Congress.
Yeah, so it's a little different. But yesterday he went on TV and talked about if you're vaccinated, no need to wear a mask outside. Maybe. If you're in a large gathering at a concept, whatever the hell a concept is. So here's Joe Biden talking about the mask and talking about the great job that they've done. Here's Jabber and Joe.
Cases and deaths are down dramatically from where they were when I took office in January 20th.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for all that hard work. You could also thank the president, Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's the one that got the vaccine and got the shots in the arms and started the whole thing.
Record speed for the vaccine, warp speed, all that was, let's not give credit to where credit is due to Trump.
No.
Let's just take all the credit to yourself that you've been sleeping through your presidency, not doing any press conferences yet. You're to credit for all of the people.
So the CDC, we've been saying this a while. If somebody is outside and it's airborne, the air will take care of it. Now, inside might be a little different, but Joe goes on to say about the mask and exactly when you can wear a mask and you're not required to wear a mask.
CDC made an important announcement. Starting today, if you're fully vaccinated and you're outdoors, you need, and not in a big crowd, you no longer need to wear a mask.
Oh, look at the.
I want to be absolutely clear.
Oh, yeah,
if you're in a crowd,
like
a stadium or at a conference,
I got to reach in
or a
bit.
concert, you still need to wear a mask.
Thank you, Joe. If you're in a concert or a concept, whatever it is, and then he left the whole thing. The last thing he said, I don't want to get in trouble, and I'll be in trouble if I keep answering the.
Yeah, I'll take one question, but I can't answer any more because I don't want to get in trouble.
Now, who are you going to be in trouble with? You're the most powerful man in the world, and you're worried about getting into trouble.
Is he though? I mean, is he?
That's debatable.
Who wears the britches in that administration?
I think it's probably Kamala Harris.
I think you're right.
She's like, "Who's your daddy?
Mm-hmm.
Who's your daddy?" What was the guy she had a long-standing affair with? Her boss, Joe Wilson, or who's your Joe Wilson? Who's your Joe Wilson? Whatever the guy's name is. I probably got it. I probably screwed that up. Wyoming Roofing Company is, they're giving away ARs, and boy, talk about them making the snowflakes melt. So Wiggins Construction LLC decided they're going to give a free AR rifle with every purchase. You know what it would really, if you'd have said, we're giving away fully automatic ARs.
Their brains would have melted.
A ghost gun. By the way, the lower court ruled this week that you should be able to put plans for ghost guns on the internet. That ruling came down today. Now, a very important ruling coming down from the Supreme Court. They're going to be talking about the Second Amendment rights. And do your rights end? Do they end at your doorstep?
Mm-hmm.
Or do they carry on when you're in public if you have a concealed carry or if you're an open carry state or whatever? Does your gun rights end at your doorstep? And I'm very, very concerned about this because the Supreme Court, even though there are supposedly more conservatives on the Supreme Court, they've been a bunch of flip-floppers. So I'm very, very concerned about the gun laws that will be coming down from the Supreme Court. Several states have already came out and said we're not going to obey whatever those rules are anyway. Alabama's one, Texas is the other.
Well, and there's several counties within those states that are saying, hey, we're Second Amendment sanctuary counties or whatever.
So we collect more taxes than ever in the history of America. Last year, we collected $1.7 trillion in taxes, which, I mean, it's the most we've ever collected in the history of America. And you could go back to the middle of that graph, Will, and look at the graph back in 1986. Look at there. We weren't even collecting $1 trillion in taxes. But now we've collected $1.7 trillion, but it's not enough. You know why? Because we spent $3.4 trillion.
Because we're spending all this money overseas.
So $3.4 trillion, and we only made $1.7 trillion. Look, I'm not an economic. See, I told you I wasn't. I'm not an
economist.
You got it right. I'm just a dumb Cajun, but I know if I spend more money than I take in, I'm going to have a problem sooner or later. And we are there because we've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I said it. I'm not a big fan of George W. Bush.
W.
A lot of people are big fans of great Republican. But is he? But is he? So he's making the stomp on every TV show promoting his art book. And the book is made up of immigrants, and he's talking about these people just come over here for a better life and this and that. And, you would think if he's this big-time Republican, he would actually take up for Republicans, right?
Nope.
Oh, Here's George Bush on Jimmy Kimmel.
Many questions that I didn't get to, and one of them, which was like something I really wanted to ask about, is something that it turned out Hillary Clinton wrote about in her book. She said that after Trump, you remember that guy? Yeah. After Trump gave his speech at the inauguration, you turned around and said to a small group of people, including her, that was some weird. Oh. Is that an accurate account of what was said?
I can't remember.
That's a very good answer. Can you?
So he can't even stand by Trump. He can't. And number one, he doesn't. You know why they don't like Trump?
Do you remember Trump? Barely.
Yeah,
sure. Barely.
You know why they don't like Trump? Because he picked on Jeb Bush.
Yeah.
That's why they don't like Trump.
Well, because he was anti-establishment. He wasn't one of the good old boy Republicans that they wanted.
I mean, when I think of George W. Bush, I think of deep and the swamp. So who did he vote for? Did he vote for Biden or Trump? That's the big question. Roll the tape, William.
I wrote in Condoleezza Rice, but she told me she would refuse to accept the office.
So he didn't vote for Trump. Yeah, of course, he didn't vote for Biden either. He voted for somebody that had zero chances of his vote actually counting. And when George W. Bush talks about immigration, people just coming over here for a better life, they just want a better life. What did you do to change immigration in your 8 years as president of the United States? And then he goes on to talk about Republicans. Here's what he had to say.
But I thought you said something interesting in an interview a couple of days ago, and I'm paraphrasing, but you said, as you talk about immigration reform, you're not so sure that your Republican colleagues are listening. Why not?
Well, some of them aren't because the politics. Some of the Democrat colleagues weren't listening when I was president.
So he went on to say they're separatists and they're misogynistic, and you name it, he called them names.
Wow.
And to me,
way to tote that party line.
Yeah, I mean, so, for those that say that George W. Bush is a great Republican, I'm just not.
I mean, just the way that he kissed up to Obama, just the way that, he's like first in line to all of these, Trump bashing parties. I'm sorry.
I'm just not buying it.
No.
I'm just not buying it. Did we have one more Bush
We
thing?
do.
Yeah, here's what he had to say about the Republican Party.
Well, okay, if you were to describe the Republican Party as you see it today, how would you describe it?
I would describe it as isolationist, protectionist, and to a certain extent, nativist.
Are you disappointed?
Well, it's not exactly my vision, but.
What is your vision,
wow,
George?
Get the hell out of here, man.
I mean, to bash everybody, I hate to tell you, but you were pretty staunch on your immigration policies.
He's going on a liberal damn talk show, and he's playing to these friggin' liberal fiends. I'm sorry. You are as bad as Mitch McConnell, as bad as John Kerry, as bad as, friggin' Utah.
Now, let me tell
Romney. Get the hell out of here.
I also have another reason I don't like George W. Bush. In my time in Texas, he changed tort reform where you couldn't sue your employer. So back in 1994, I had 70 pounds of steel dropped on my head. You know what I got out of that? Zero. Because they protected the employer, and I'm all about business. They protected the employer and told the employee to go stick it. And I could use another finger, but I won't. He told him to go stick it. So I would be a millionaire right now.
Right.
I would be sitting pretty. All right. Congratulations, Joe Biden. You've gone places that I never thought we could ever go. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has given a blanket approval to the United States embassies and consulates around the world, and Putin made fun of us the same day they came out with this, that we can fly the gay pride flag and the American flag on our embassies and consulates. We know that Mike Pompeo reversed course on that and said, no, we're not going to fly the gay pride flag and the American flag at the same time. Now, here's the deal. What next? The Black Lives Matters flag? We have taken, what's the gay population of America?
I couldn't tell you, but it's not very much.
3%.
3. Wow.
3%. So we are kissing. And look, if you're gay, I have no problem with you.
No.
I don't want the white pride flag flying up there either. How about just flying the American flag? Wouldn't that be awesome? What about the POW flag? What about something that really means something? Why does it have to, everything has to be shoved down our damn throat? The gay pride flag. We are the laughing stock of the world.
Well, our enemies who are, who are way against homosexuality anyway they're just sitting there going, "Oh, this is great."
And look, if you're gay, I don't care.
No.
I really don't. Whatever way you live your life, I don't care.
Zero problem.
I have no problem with that. I just don't think, I think the American flag should fly. This is another example. They're just going to shove it down our throat.
If you want to fly it at your home, if you want to fly it, if you're a private business, you
awesome.
want to, more power to you. But this is a U.S. embassy. The only flag we should be flying is
the
our
American flag.
Period.
Unbelievable. U.S. marks the slowest population growth. The census numbers have just came out, and so we're at the slowest growth. Now, we know that some states, California and New York, both lost they lost influence because they lost congressional seats, and the population grows 7.4%. Now, look, part of the reason why they're pushing for this immigration, our borders are open right now, is because we don't have the population. Texas gained 2 congressional seats. And here's the deal. States that voted for Joe Biden lost 3 seats.
Ohio,
Congressional.
Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
New York,
Yeah.
West Virginia, Michigan,
I think
Illinois,
Illinois
and
was
California,
one of them. And California. Now, here's the deal. Florida gained also. Texas gained. These, and I hate to say it, but these are some.
I think the only ones that voted for Biden that gained were Colorado and Oregon.
Yeah. So census numbers are coming out. And by the way, Cuomo has already said, "Oh, wait a second, something's wrong here." No, there's nothing wrong. There's not a dang thing wrong. All right, it looks like Kamala Harris, it's been 35 days since she's gone to the border, but it looks like she is going to be going to Guatemala. She's been missing in action. She has been missing in action. And Kamala Harris came out with a great plan for Mexico, saying that we will give a quicker pathway to citizenship to Mexican citizens if they plant trees in Mexico to help with the environment. They're sold on the idea that this is nothing more than it's an environmental emergency.
They're not fleeing Guatemala or Mexico or anywhere else because of
climate. This is climate.
Because of the political, or because of the cartels. No, it's all because of global warming.
It's a climate emergency. That's why these people are leaving. It's because of climate. So if you plant trees in Mexico, we will go ahead and make a pathway to Mexican citizens faster.
How does that make sense? They're going to be improving their country and yet still leaving theirs.
And we're going to be paying for their citizens. Oh,
yeah.
Wait. Now, they didn't specify what trees. Can we plant like cocoa trees?
Can we just take over Mexico already?
That's what I'm saying. Just annex it in. What about cocoa plants?
I mean, they all want to be here anyway. They all want to be part of America.
Yeah.
Let's just make them part of America like that. And then move our military in, take
care of
all the cartels out, and call it good.
So Mexico's like, yeah, we can do that. We'll plant like cocoa plants that we make cocaine out of. Sure, we could do that. El Chapo in prison was like, "Viva la Mexico! Viva!" All right, Postal Service, you're on my last damn nerve. So we know the Postal Service last year lost $8 billion, and we had to fund the whole amount. And then we find out the Postal Service, it came out in a hearing on Capitol Hill. The Postal Service is running a covert operation program that monitors American social media pages.
They're spying on us. It's Big Brother in action.
So if you have put some inflammatory remarks on Facebook, the Postal Service will turn your butt in.
Mm-hmm.
Analysts with the U.S. Postal Service's brand new program called the Covert Operations Program, better known as ICOP, will monitor activity on, just deliver my mail. Quit losing money. I think that would be awesome.
I know. It's like, why do you need another way to lose money?
So why are we giving the post office this authority? Many Republicans were upset. By the way, the Democrats are like, yeah, we need to monitor. We need to monitor. Well, they already have their own fact checkers. And why would the Postal Service getting the business of social media monitoring? I don't get it.
No.
I don't get it. Looks like Arizona Republicans calling for John Kerry to bid for the State Department to cancel his security clearance. Now, new reports have just came out that John Kerry shared with the Iranians information on secret missions that were going on with the Israelis. So should John Kerry lose his clearance? I say they should.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and by the way, you don't mess with the Israelis. Everybody is against the Israelis. They are some bad son of a guns. And outrage. Joe Rogan, one of my favorite podcasters. Joe Rogan, who makes $100 million with Spotify. People are going crazy.
Oh.
People are going crazy. He's got millions of followers. And he said that you shouldn't get the vaccine if you're young and healthy. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
So here's what Joe Rogan had to say, and he said, if you're healthy, no problem. If you're old, if you're old and have issues, please, if you're vulnerable, please get the vaccine. Said his mom and dad got the vaccine. That's not good enough for these people. Here's what Joe had to say.
I think you should get vaccinated if you're vulnerable. I think you should get vaccinated if you feel like my parents are vaccinated. I've encouraged a lot of people to get, and people say, do you think it's safe to get vaccinated? I've said, yeah, I think for the most part it's safe to get vaccinated. I do. But if you're like 21 years old and you say to me, should I get vaccinated? I go, no.
Yeah.
Are you healthy? Are you a healthy person? Like, look, don't do anything stupid, but you should take care of yourself. You should, if you're a healthy person and you're exercising all the time and you're young and you're eating well, and like, I don't think you need to worry about this.
What is wrong with that comment?
Nothing.
There's nothing wrong with that comment.
So why are we have this mentality that we need to vaccinate these, especially children?
Children, we need to vaccinate young
next
kids.
to no risk of number one, getting anything that even resembles anything bad from the disease, but definitely almost zero risk of death.
I mean, we know that people under the age of 16, their chance of dying is just very, very slim. I mean, they have a better chance of dying from something else that will kill the flu, maybe. I don't know. Of course, we don't have the flu in 2021 or 2022.
No, it's disappeared.
But Rogan goes on to say,
risk statistically has no risk from. Right. I'm sorry, I'm not taking any experiment on her in that, and that's my attitude.
But it's amazing that that's controversial.
Yeah,
that even saying that I'm not going to inject my child with the vaccine is controversial.
Yeah,
it's crazy because again, we are not talking about even the flu that we just found out killed 22,000 people last year. We're not talking about that.
Right.
We're talking about something that is not statistically dangerous for children.
I agree.
But yet people
I
still
agree. I mean, well, why would we vaccinate our kids when their chances of dying are slim to none?
Right.
And because of this, they're trying to silence Joe Rogan. They're trying to tell Spotify, we're going to cancel you if you do not cancel him.
Over the vaccine, over just having an opinion about the vaccine. Yep, got to cancel Joe Rogan now. So watch out.
We got a lot of things going on. The president will be speaking tonight. He's going to be talking about his big plan, his infrastructure plan, and what can we do? I know one thing they're going to do: $300 per child in America under the age of 17, because they really need the money.
Yeah.
This is socialism at its best.
I mean, we're just paying people to have more kids.
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
Hey, pop out a couple more. You know what? I'm 62. I'm hoping that I could pop one out because I could use the $300 a month.
We've been encouraging people to have kids out of wedlock again and again and again, and we wonder why the family structure, why the family unit is so broken.
Now, who did that? Was it the Democrats that encouraged it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Planned Parenthood too.
Planned Parenthood, welfare, Democrats.
So we're going to have more and more kids because they're giving $300 a pop. So we'll see what the president, Joe Biden, has to say. I'm looking for some gaffes, and hopefully next Monday we'll have all of those gaffes.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe to the show if you would. We're very, very, very close, under like 70 to become monetized. If you could please subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe to Two Bald Guys on the Right, please take the time to subscribe to Be on the Breakfast Club, our other channel that is also very, 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 very close.
We're right there. We would appreciate it.
Right there.
Don't forget to, we're streaming on all of your audio podcast sites. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. We're on Amazon. So anywhere you stream a podcast, Podbean, please check us out. Two Bald Guys on the Right. We appreciate it, and we'll hopefully be back for a New Mexico edition tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night, and God bless. Don't forget to subscribe.